All right, we're going. But yeah, so it's gonna be pretty sweet. I should show you a picture of the e-bike I'm looking at.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, man, I can't wait. Um, I've been wearing this volley testicle shirt all day. Like it was under my shirt, and I had to sit in a seminar all day that Mike also had to sit there. Oh my god, dude, it was rough.
I bet.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up our Twitch stream on the device here. Yeah. Aha, there it is.
Hey guys.
Did you
Hi. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, So Mike apparently loved the seminar then. Oh, all right. That's a little different than what I was picturing. I thought you were talking about getting one of those that looks like a road bike. It looks like you're doing the work, but it's got a fucking battery.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is different.
No,
This
I'm
is a little
going.
different.
I'm going full on. Like it looks like a moped, but it has pedals.
Yeah. What are the
That's
pedals used for?
you. No, there's. It's like an e-bike. It's an e-bike. It also has a throttle.
Awesome.
So there's like 5 levels of pedal assist, and it's like a 7 speed or whatever. But
You know
like,
what? You'd still probably beat Emily in speed, but that's just because Emily doesn't want to get out of second gear.
yeah, well, I'm not looking to win any speed battles.
I would with that thing. I'd try to haul ass on that bad boy.
Well, it's got a max. It maxes out at like 28 or something. Maybe if I get her going down a hill, I can get up to 30. Plus, that's like probably tested on a 170-pound dude. So she gonna get going that fast with this boy on there. Oh,
Michael, how are you, sir?
yes, Michael. Are you drinking anything? Well, wait. Let's just get it started.
Yeah, might be a not great podcast. I didn't do any research.
I did some. I mean, one thing I that I forgot to tell you about is I had 2 things that I wanted you to do. I didn't tell you about either thing. Uh, one of them was
What the fuck?
um, do the top 20 or do the top 14 picks like your guess, right? And then the other one was what you think the Cowboys are going to do at what? What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
10.
6, 7, 8. Okay, 10.
Good 10.
What you want them to do and what their needs are. Well, you can do that off the
Oh,
top of your head,
so
right?
like that I can do. That I can do. The top 14 I probably can't do on the fly. I would have had more time, except like today we had this stupid fucking seminar, and we had this stupid fucking seminar
Uh,
yesterday.
is that one that you guys had to present at?
Yes, yes.
How'd that go?
Oh my God. You know what? They completely changed the feedback model after my team presented. Like the first team presented, and it was feedback, and then the people would get to respond to the feedback a little bit, and then this lady put up the guidelines for feedback. Like this is how you should present the feedback, and this is how you should take the feedback. So then our group was up,
What the
and
fuck?
I was still kind of just like, all right, interesting. So we did it. Yeah. Mike said Nick and his group did fine, but they raked him over the coals for no reason. So we did our presentation, and I'm a generally fast talker if I'm into what I'm talking about or if I'm talking to a group of people, and I'm on webcam. So I'm just like, I have text on the PowerPoint, and I'm reading about what I have on the PowerPoint, but not word from word. So like what I'm reading is
That's what
different than what's on the PowerPoint.
that's what you're supposed to do.
I know everybody thought I was reading from the PowerPoint, and they're like, it was too wordy. We weren't able to keep up. I'm like, well, I just wanted to like because I wasn't reading from the PowerPoint. So what we were supposed to do is we were supposed to take this feedback and say thank you, and say thank you, saying, well, yeah, okay, that's fine. So I get the feedback, and I said thanks. I was actually going, and then this lady just goes, just say thank you. just say thank you. Just like interrupted me. So then at that point, I'm just like, all right, fine. And I go, thanks. Okay, thanks. So I get kind of bitchy, and then like that like set the tone for my. And then today was a little bit better because Lee started the conversation, and he was a lot more interesting because he made a Ghostbusters reference. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh God, that. So like I was like rage texting Mike throughout this thing a little bit yesterday, and then I like went on a run and started drinking and felt much better.
What was it about? What was the thing about?
It's to improve our leadership skills.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
yeah, it's apparently a privilege that we're in this thing. I'm fairly certain I did something to piss someone off to be in this thing.
Okay. That sucks. Oh god, that sounds awful.
It's it's brutal. And then like this is workshop one of I think five, if I'm not mistaken, Mike. So it was 2 days, and that was one workshop, and it's a 9 month long course.
Oh my god.
We have homework. I have to
Oh.
go in and set goals for myself. I have to have a daily journal at some point. It's it's insane.
That's all you got to do though is say that your goals are to finish this goal list.
Yeah.
Then when you're done, just check it off and be done.
Well, I keep wondering like what happens if I don't participate that much, or if I half-ass. Am I gonna get in trouble from someone? Am I gonna have to owe the university money because they spent money to send me to this thing?
I did a
I don't know,
mindfulness.
man.
I did a mindfulness thing, right? And I had to attend like 80% of the classes, and then I had to go to a weekend retreat or whatever. Otherwise, yeah, the university would make me pay them back, pay for the courses, which would have been like $1,000 or something.
Jesus.
So I did it.
Yeah. Well, that was at least a weekend retreat, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, I
This
did that.
is, I mean,
I mean, I did it voluntarily too, right? Like, I
yeah.
wasn't forced into doing it. It's a different story when you like have to do it.
Well, this thing's not bad when we get to go on our work groups because we get to like talk to our peers and stuff. But otherwise, it's like 5 hours yesterday of just sitting on the webcam. And when you're sitting on a webcam being watched by other people, you don't feel like you can do anything. So I'm very aware of how much I'm scratching my face or my neck or my arm. And at one point, I'm like, I wonder if people think I'm just on crack because I keep scratching myself because I'm fidgety because I hate being on camera. So I just like I move a lot. Yeah, Mike got partnered with Jeff. I got partnered with Lynette, so that worked out pretty well. When Mike was doing his presentation, he kept kind of like spinning in his chair a little bit, and someone
Like,
called it out in our little
like
work
this.
group. Yeah, like I thought Mike did a really fine job. Like he was calm, and he was just like, "And this is our next step that we do that." And he had a really calm voice and everything. It sounded like he was a little like it sounded like someone who was gonna have to present. It was funny.
I always have this weird fear. You said the thing about that you were on like crack or whatever, because you're itchy all the time. I always have like a itchy nose. I constantly like mess with
Yes.
my nose, so I always feel like, oh, everyone thinks I'm a big cokehead, right? Like, because I'm just
Yeah.
like,
But you got a mustache, and like mustache hairs sometimes flip up and start tickling your
yeah,
nose.
but it's not just that. I mean, I've done that for years, and like, it's just a thing. I don't know because I'm very conscious of like the nose area, so I'm always I just subconsciously fucking with my nose.
Yeah, at one point yesterday, I wanted to put chapstick on, but I really felt like it would be really creepy for anybody who would just happen to look at my webcam, and I'm
Well,
just there going,
just make it like a comedy thing, or just like have an oversized one. Like,
yeah,
it's well, how handy
uh,
was this? I had to refill my my trimmer. I have automatic like a weed whacker line.
yeah,
I had to order some new one, so I had the little canister, the empty
yeah. That
canister right
worked out
here.
really well
How
for a
about
giant
that?
chapstick. Yeah, yeah.
No, I don't
But
stick it up
anyway,
my ass.
that's
No,
enough about
that's
what.
that's not what.
Anyway, enough about this seminar, and now to the podcast. Hey, man, we're back.
Yeah, yeah, dog. We're oh. Wait. We haven't even started yet.
I know. I thought we started the cast.
We started the cast, but we didn't do the intro or anything.
Oh, I know. This is just a bottle of wine. It's for
Oh,
airing. No.
okay. All right. Well, we'll
Hey,
start the
wait.
intro. We'll play the intro. What?
What?
All right. not going. Okay, now.
Welcome to Pro Football Juice with your hosts, Nick and Jesse.
What up, Juice Nation?
What's up?
Welcome back.
Welcome.
A few weeks.
Yeah, welcome to the pre-draft show. The draft is tomorrow, and we will have a live Zoom going on that none of you are invited to, except for you, Mike. And
Hey, grease our palms with booze. We invite you.
yeah, there you go. It'll be not very exciting, but it's fun time. We have fun. I have fun.
Yeah.
Nick, what are you
Oh.
drinking?
Me?
Yeah, I'm kicking it off right away. I saw you do
Oh,
the
shit.
thing.
So I am drinking Juggernaut Hillside Cabernet Sauvignon. I got it because I really like the label. It's like a lion and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And I've had it before, and it's really tasty. It's a 2018 Cabernet Sauvignon from California, but I really like it. I'm going to try not to drink this whole thing because I have to be on site by like 7 tomorrow.
Oh man, and you got to get your nightly sleep so we could stay up late for the draft. The draft's gonna go to like what, 11,
Yeah,
11:30ish.
Yeah. I'll be fine. I only need like 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Tops.
Mm.
What are you drinking, dog?
Mm. Me? Oh, I'm drinking. Jesus Christ! I'm drinking Lou Jean Chocolate Milk Stout
Gross.
from Odell Brewing Company. It's limited. Named to honor our favorite local farmer who hauls away our spent grain to feed his dairy cows. Lou Jean Chocolate Milk Stout is brewed with milk, sugar, and chocolate to create a rich and creamy brew that reminds us of a cold glass of chocolate milk. Odell Brewing Company, Colorado. I've been there.
That is a mighty fine description.
I actually went to this at Fort Collins. I went to this brewery before they were like distributing it anywhere. Like it was just still pretty small. We went to fucking New Belgium, and then we went to Odell. 8.5%. That's bananas for a stout. I'll take it. Michael, what are you drinking?
Yeah, what are you drinking, Mike?
Michael.
While he types it out,
Sprite.
Danielle dropped off a bunch of alcohol to me in payment for like filming and editing their dance stuff. And one of the things she dropped off was the Saturday Morning Grape and Blueberry Smoothie series from
Oh, yeah.
Back Pocket. Have you had it?
No, I haven't had that one specifically. I've had other ones of that in that line.
I will try to remember to bring you one on Wednesday when I come over for volleyball.
Please do.
They're tasty. It is so like I had one the other day. I had one with lunch on Sunday. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
On
I was doing a bunch
Monday.
of, I was doing a bunch of yard work, so I was having a sandwich and I wanted a sour. But it's like I noticed that like it's a sour. It's tasty, yes, but it's almost tasted like I was drinking a little bit of a stout as well. It was like because it was the creamy part. So I haven't decided if I like it or not. So I'm gonna probably drink one on Wednesday when I bring one for you.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, bring one.
I can bring you the other one.
What do they call those? Milkshake stout or milkshake?
Yeah. The smoothie sour.
Smoothie. Yeah. Like so. Yeah, those are a little bit thicker. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I'll put them in a little cooler bag and bring them out.
nice. Michael is drinking an Upslope Rocky Mountain Kolsch style ale brewed with Colorado honey and sage, Boulder, Colorado. Ooh, Colorado theme. How do you like it, Michael? Sounds delicious.
Sounds gross.
Yeah, you're getting into beers. You're kind of doing the reverse beer thing,
Ooh, this is delicious.
Nick. You're starting with stouts and sours and then you're gonna start going back down. See,
No,
I ended up at stouts and sours.
Mike said it is good.
It's good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I like sours, but I would still like next week when we're at volleyball at this time instead of podcasting, I am going to be slamming bourbon. I'm pretty excited. Uh, that's still my drink of choice.
Just think about how spoiled we used to be and are going to be again. Rock band, followed by volleyball, followed by Silver Strike bowling. I mean, give me a break.
Followed by drunkenly going to either Casey's or fucking McDonald's on our bikes or whatever.
I
And
fully,
then like ending at your place or Mike's, and then man, I'm gonna bike home. It's gonna be great.
I fully expect cases to be closed by the time we get around to leaving that place.
Yeah, I know.
But they do have like cheese balls and stuff at the bar.
I know. I know, and I have not had J&A Tap bar food since probably like January last year. Something like that. It's been
Yeah.
a while. We're so we haven't been we haven't been to a restaurant excuse me since all this started. And the rest of the household is fully vaccinated as of this upcoming Sunday. So
So
Sunday after M's show, we're gonna go and just test the waters. We're gonna go sit at Cheddar's and order drinks and order food to go, and then we're gonna test that out before J&A Tap on Wednesday.
solid. Wait though, it would have been January like 2 years ago, right? Oh no, it would have been January 2020.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, two
Because
Januaries ago then, I guess.
because like we didn't start being worried about this thing until March.
Right,
But
I
guess
didn't
was
start.
probably not going places in February.
I wasn't super worried about anything until I went to work and they told us to go home for unknown amount of time. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This got real pretty quick.
But we're vaccinated now, so let's fucking party.
Yeah, dude.
Responsibly. Did you take work off?
I did.
Attaboy.
There's 2 days that I took off. I took off this Friday because of the
Makes
because
sense.
of the draft, and I don't even think I'll probably get too stewy. I just like to stay up late, and I don't know. It's probably one of those days where I didn't really have to, but maybe I'll mow the lawn on Friday. Anyway, I took the day after volleyball off.
Yeah. I'll stay up as long as I can tomorrow, but I'm not gonna get drunk. I'm gonna probably have like some wine or maybe some beer or
It-
ciders.
It was a little different when we used to go out to the like the place or whatever. Because if we went out to the Vine or whatever, I would get pretty stewy. Because I'd
Yeah.
just be like, boom, beer, beer, wings,
Oh,
beer,
yeah.
beer, beer.
I remember, man. Good times. Yeah. Looking forward to the draft. I'm curious to see if anything happens. We've already had some shit happen like this week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. I don't
But
know.
what a transition! I almost forgot we had started the podcast proper.
Yeah. Worked out. Worked out pretty fucking well.
So today, breaking news, and I think we broke it, but I can't be sure on that. Teddy Bridgewater got traded to the Denver Broncos for a 6th-round pick.
How did we break this news?
We
I
broke
thought-
it.
I thought Jumpset tweeted us, and like you and I were.
Oh, he
texting
tweeted
about
us?
it.
I didn't even know that.
Well, we were texting about it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we broke it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
But
it.
yeah, anyway, I think that's I think that's a good get. Or,
Well,
like for a 6th-round draft pick, it's a really good grab
It's
for Denver.
fantastic. It's fantastic for Denver, and I'm a little bit pissed off because is that all it took? Because we could have sent a 6th-round pick to get Teddy as our backup, right? Like, fuck yeah, that would have been sweet. And it seems strange that we wouldn't have even attempted to try to get him. I hope, and there's no way for me to know this, and I'll never probably hear about it ever. But I hope that Minnesota tried to at least a little bit get Teddy. All right, and just like they poked a little bit and said like, hey, what can we, what can we, give you for Teddy or whatever.
Well, why wouldn't even the Niners have tried to go after him?
Well, the Niners are gonna get their.
Oh, they're gonna draft
They're
a
gonna
quarterback,
yeah, because
right?
they're number 3 now, so they're going after one of the top
With
quarterbacks
Justin Fields or
or Mac
Trey Lance or
Jones,
some
one of
shit
the
or Mac
two.
Jones.
Yeah, one of the two. Because I'm all signs so far, and this is pure conjecture because there's so many smoke screens going up everywhere that
Oh yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is locked in at 1. Right, and everybody knows that it's been locked in since, the Jaguars since the regular season. The Jets have been linked super hard to Zach Wilson out of BYU, so that
Yep.
seems like it's a done deal. But I wouldn't even consider that like a done deal technically, because shit happens. It's stuff goes crazy. I don't know. I'll be
Yeah.
interested to see how it goes because I love this. I mean,
We
like
should do. I think in our little Zoom thing tomorrow, we should try to predict the picks or whatever.
I think we should. I'm going to, and if I get them wrong, I'm going to drink. I think that I'm going to try to make it into a drinking game a little bit for
That
myself.
works. How about like, and this isn't, I guess, and this could be for anybody who's listening to us. They could join it, but like you make a list tomorrow that, and we get a cutoff of when that list has to stop, and then like all 32 picks, and if you're wrong on them, you have to what? Take a drink or take a shot.
Oh God, a drink.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to be wrong. You're going to be wrong real early because they're going to start trading and stuff, and then you'll be wrong
Uh huh.
twice because you'll be wrong for who you're trading.
Yeah,
uh,
this sounds fun, man.
Although what we did do, because we used to do this in the office, remember? We used to do like a draft board and we would go through
Yeah.
and pick the picks. But what we did there was we didn't necessarily, we don't necessarily have to get the team right, but you can get the player right because the players are gonna probably be in a specific order, right? Like, so you don't need to say that the uh, the Jaguars are gonna pick Trevor Lawrence. You can just say that Trevor Lawrence goes number 1 overall.
Hmm.
And then just kind of go down that way. And
Yeah.
you'll screw it up eventually because like someone will trade up and take someone in I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we need to do the team, but still,
Yeah, I'd say I have top 14 and I only said top 14 because the Vikings picked 14 and I don't give a shit after that. But like as far as like guessing. But like yeah, I think that would be fun. You know what would be super fun is oh, God, I wish I would have thought I wish we would have thought about this earlier because like we could have done this thing where we like guess a trade or guess something, right? That makes it so that if we get it right, we can send a drink to somebody else or something, like
Ooh, that'd be fun.
yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We've got an Emily sighting. She's eating food though. She just got
Emma,
home from rehearsal.
I'm all.
How was rehearsal? Good. All right, now that we got the pleasantries out of the way, I'm back.
Emily,
So
you want to see
what do you want to start with, man?
Emily? You want to see the you want to see the bike I'm looking at getting the e-bike?
You sure?
Just a second. Oh boy, there it is. Wow,
Where is it?
it's on the screen. Do you have Twitch up?
Yeah, there it is.
Wow. Look at that.
Wow, look at it. Wow, it's iridescent purple.
It looks like it's
Ooh, I didn't know it was purple. I thought it was blue.
Yeah, it's like that iridescent purple that like changes color sort of in the way you're looking at it.
Yeah, that's a good color.
It's
Um,
gonna be pretty sweet. I don't know, whatever, dog.
Hey, I forgot about the one trade. The trade that happened earlier this week. The Dolphins trade Eric Flowers to the Washington football team for
Yep.
swapping of picks.
Yeah, swapping of late round picks. Didn't they say that?
Yeah,
I didn't see
the
exactly what
Dolphins
they were.
the Dolphins will receive the first of Washington's two seventh round picks, with Miami sending the second of its two seventh round picks to Washington. So that was kind of like nothing. I think they sent it for a seventh round. Yeah. So like they sent the seventh round pick, and then they took one of their 7th-round picks and swapped it with one of their 7th-round picks.
Yeah, it's
So they gained a 7th-round pick.
yeah, it's weird. It's kind of weird. Like, so okay, let's go back to Teddy Bridgewater for a second here.
Yeah.
It's a good move by Denver because I don't think Drew Lock's the answer there, and I think we've had many discussions about how that is true, and we've
Yeah.
given Jumpstep a little bit of shit about it because he said something like that he thought that Drew Lock was the best quarterback in the league when healthy or something, and we gave him a little bit of crap for that because it's ridiculous. But no offense, Jumpstep, love you. But
I don't know. I'm.
But
yeah.
I'm curious to know
Drew Lock's
now
not the answer.
what he thinks about this. Does he think that Teddy Bridgewater should be starting, or does he think that they should keep going with Drew Lock? My personal opinion is they should go with Teddy Bridgewater, but I don't think I think Drew Lock is made out of glass, and Teddy Bridgewater is better than him. But I also don't think that Denver has a good enough team to be successful with Teddy Bridgewater. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I don't think they do either.
I think Denver is, and I'm sorry, Jumpstep, I think Denver is worse than Carolina. When you
I would
factor in that Carolina is going to get Christian McCaffrey back.
Yeah, because you can't say that like the Broncos don't have a better run game when Christian McCaffrey's healthy. They don't
Right.
have better wide receivers than the Panthers.
Uh,
They have a better defense than the Panthers.
yeah.
But-
Debatable.
I don't know.
I-
I would put wide receivers for the Panthers over the Broncos right now.
Well, I mean, you got Cortland Sutton, right, on the Broncos, who's a beast. But I can honestly not name another one.
You got Robbie Anderson, baby,
Oh, yeah, baby! But isn't... That's brand new, isn't it?
But Curtis Samuel went.
No. I'm talking about Denver. Denver's got Cortland Sutton, and I can't name
Oh, I
another
know.
one.
I can't think of who else Denver's got.
But yeah, you're right. They have Samuel. Didn't Samuel go somewhere because...
Yeah, so either Samuel or someone. Damn it. See, I was looking that up, and then I switched over to the Broncos. Which
Washington
one- you-
football team.
Yeah. So they've got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Judy,
Yeah,
Tim
that's
Patrick.
true.
Yeah, sure. They got Noah Fant.
Yeah, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson
Maybe.
for Carolina. Yeah, I almost think that Denver does have a better wide receiver core.
I disagree. They got a better tight end. I think Robert Anderson maybe is better than Cortland Sutton. And we don't know enough about Jerry Judy because he didn't really do jack shit.
Yeah, I guess. But
Right now, I would take the Panthers wide receivers. It might be a different answer at the end of.
yeah,
this
I
next
mean,
season.
it's debatable, right?
It's kind of a toss up, but I would give Denver the better position at tight end.
Yeah, that's kind of why I would maybe give the edge to them because I think that they're better at tight end, and everything else is.
Yeah, their offensive line isn't great either. The Panthers' offensive line is better, I would think, than the Broncos' offensive line. I don't know. I gotta turn this light off. It's bugging me.
I said this earlier in a text thread, if I was Christian McCaffrey, I would be pissed because if you look at what Teddy Bridgewater did with Adrian Peterson, it was amazing. Like they worked well together. They had a really good offense, and everyone was super excited to see that Vikings team play before the wheels completely fell off when he lost his leg almost. But like I would have been pretty excited to see Teddy and McCaffrey play together.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I feel bad
Everybody-
for Teddy.
Yeah,
And
no,
this
he
whole
never
thing.
gets any respect, man.
No, he never does. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Oh well. He'll hopefully prove everybody wrong. I don't know. I definitely think he'll start. I don't think Drew Lock will beat him out. I don't understand how the Panthers think Sam Darnold is a better option than Teddy Bridgewater currently.
The only thing I think that I agree. I think Teddy's better, but like I'm willing to give Darnold a try just because, or a chance, I guess, just because he was in, on the Jets with under Gase.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give him another shot. I do think that like and this is when he was there. I thought that A, they were wasting him, and B, like he could be a lot better than what is currently going on just from his situation and being on a shitty team.
Yeah.
So he,
Find out.
if I were him, I'd be ecstatic.
Darnold.
Yes.
Oh yeah, to be out of New York for sure.
Yeah, and it sucks for whatever rookie is going to get sacrificed to the Jets, because whoever goes there is just gonna get annihilated probably. Oh, those stupid bastards! Oh, those stupid idiots! So, Kansas City traded a first overall pick and then additional picks for Orlando Brown Jr., a left tackle, and then some picks as well. And this is something that I wanted the Vikings to do pretty badly, but they did not do it. And in hindsight, I'm kind of glad they didn't do it because they would have had to give up their first round pick, and Orlando Brown is on his rookie contract still, and they would have had to pay him, and they probably wouldn't have been able to pay him. So it would have been giving up your first round pick for 1 year of left tackle. If they could have found some, because this guy's going to get paid, right? He's going to get a boatload of money, and I don't think the Vikings will be able to pay him.
Did you? Were there any off-season acquisitions that you were really amped up about the Vikings doing? Because I don't think we've even talked since free agency kind of kicked off.
Yeah, we have.
we
We've had two shows,
I know. I thought we had the free agency show, but
and we had a pre-free agency show.
Oh shit! All right, never mind.
Let me see what our notes are for that one. Oh yeah, we talked about Vikings signing Dalvin Tomlinson, Patrick Peterson, and some other people.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that the big one is going to be either Dalvin Tomlinson at defensive tackle or Patrick Peterson at corner. Now, Patrick Peterson at corner, I like, but I wish they would have done that like 4 years ago.
Yeah, not now.
Not now. Although Mike Zimmer's a really good defensive backs coach, so maybe he can get a little bit out of him. I also like the Xavier Rhodes pickup at safety, which I don't.
Rhodes is back, huh?
What's that?
Rhodes is back, huh?
No.
No, you did Xavier Woods.
Xavier
Sorry.
Woods, your guy.
Yeah, I thought you said Xavier Rhodes. I don't know why.
No, roads are still open somewhere.
I know
I think he re-signed with Indianapolis actually.
I think I did this last time though too. I think you said Xavier Woods, and I was like, Xavier Rhodes is back.
He's back with Indianapolis.
Oh.
So there you go. We haven't been. There isn't much else. Sean Lear officially retired.
Yeah, I saw that after 11 seasons. I was a little sad, but also not surprised. Like at this point, he's more of a liability than help.
He reminds me of what he means to your team. Reminds me of what Harrison Smith means to the Vikings. When Harrison Smith is out, injured, or not playing, our defense seems to be shit. But when he's on the field, it seems to be just like a completely different defense.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, at least when you first lost Sean Lee, like that's what it seemed like he meant to your guys' team. I don't know if that's the same anymore, but like.
Yeah, I kind of don't think so much anymore. And last year we just sucked all around. I'm kind of hoping with Dan Quinn, maybe we won't suck as much, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. I really thought last year we had a good assembly of coaches, and I was wrong.
Well, you had an ex-Packer. What are you gonna do? You
Yep,
know.
fuckers.
Well, you also lost Dak, which didn't help much.
Nope, nope. He's apparently throwing and doing drills, but I'll believe it when I see it.
We still got a bit of time left.
Yeah, yeah. Hey Jesse,
What?
I have a question.
Okay.
When you was it just your finger or a fork that you stuck into the outlet to get your hair that way?
I don't know what you mean, Nick.
Hey Jesse, did someone like did you turn a quarter and did someone go bah? And then is that why your hair is standing up like that?
I don't. I don't understand what you mean, Nick. What are you
Are
talking
you trying to be in a are you trying to look like Jimmy Neutron after he's failed life and turned into a burnout alcoholic?
No. What did I say? It was. Oh yeah, I call myself Burnout Bohannon.
Burnout boy.
Jordan Bohannon for the for the Hawkeyes.
Uh,
Nick, did Moses stand on your head to part that?
It just naturally falls like this, man. With some hat training. My hair in the morning, man, like it's all dry and fucking frizzy. It's like this. It's insane.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah,
Like-
you get it.
But I just don't do anything with it.
Well, when I have to be on a webcam seminar for 5 goddamn hours, I have to look presentable, and I can't be. I wanted to wear a hat, but I was like, nah, that's not professional. But then there's this one baller who's in HIS who just wore a hat the whole time. I had so much respect for that guy.
That's nice.
He was in Mike's group and in their presentation, and one of the people from my group, when they were critiquing him, he was like, and for appearance, you could have probably taken the hat off, and he didn't even blink, and I just wanted to be like, my man, well done. Fucking like owning it. It's awesome.
Jump Step's in the house.
Yeah, what up, Jump Step?
Jump Step, you missed it. You probably would have been unhappy with us. We were talking about
Never mind.
the Panthers versus the Broncos, but we were just talking about Teddy B's move and how we thought that Denver came out on top on that one. But we also wanted to know if you would think that Teddy Bridgewater would start or if Drew Lock would. Hate it.
Oh, wow. It was a 6th-round draft pick for a quarterback who's better than Drew Lock.
Yeah.
Like, Drew Lock at full health, Teddy Bridgewater on his first game back. I would take Teddy Bridgewater in his first game back.
Well, you got to take him for the story
He's gonna
alone.
get down by a touchdown or 14 points. He's going to cry in the sidelines, and he's going to break a rib.
Teddy Bridgewater's not even that old.
He's not that old. I don't even think he's 30, is he?
No. I don't even. He might be like 27.
Looking it up.
I'm looking it up.
Theodore Edmund Bridgewater. He's 28.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, you weren't going to get Trey Lance.
No. Well, actually, Trey Lance might fall, but you guys are at. You guys are at what? 9. So it would have been possible, but like Panthers have been rumored to wanted to trade up. Did I say I meant Patriots? Patriots.
They could get Justin Fields.
If Justin Fields is there that long, who's
Because
like
because the Broncos are still at 7.
no, they're at
And,
9. They're right before you guys.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong list. I'm looking at a. Yeah, never mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's been. See, this is the thing that I love, but also I'm super annoyed with the draft is about all this, like, so and so is talking about moving up to this, and so and so is talking about moving up to that. Like,
It gets confusing, man.
it's confusing too, but then it's also just people blowing smoke up each other's asses. It's not
Yeah.
like something's gonna happen. Like, and there's even talks that the Bears are gonna try to go all out and slide up and try to get one of these quarterbacks, and they'll probably just
Yeah.
try to redraft Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh,
It's like, you
man.
guys could, he's a free agent, right? You could have just like gotten him. That's fine. But I guess if you want to draft him again,
I haven't even really paid much attention to any of the like draft speculation stuff. I was holding on to the Kyle Pitts Dallas thing for a little while and just be like I was going on both sides of it like, oh, would this work? But like, no, if they traded up, they'd have to give up draft like their first round pick for next year too, most likely. And so that.
yeah. So Jumpstep is talking about how the Broncos have been linked to every quarterback. I don't know how this happened, but in my phone, I have received every single rumor about every single one of these quarterbacks signing with the 49ers. I don't know if
Yeah.
I've Googled the 49ers before, but like I get 49ers, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trey Lance. I've had an article about how San Francisco's going to draft every one of those motherfuckers.
Yeah. By the way, we also have Indy Hawk in here. Belch.
What? Where'd she? Did she say something?
Indy Hawk snuck in a "You're an IT guy. Expectations are low" comment earlier.
Oh.
Indy Hawk jump step. What do you guys? Are you guys drinking anything? We got wine and beer here.
I also want to know this, Michael, Jelmstep, Indy Hawk. I want to know who you want your teams to pick in the draft, realistically. Like, not like, oh, I want them to pick Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, everyone does, but like realistically, for where you think you are in the list, who would you want?
Danielle, you're at 21.
Yeah,
Cole's at 21.
yeah, and then Michael is Mike is what?
29.
29, yeah, that's pretty low. And then yeah, we got Jump Step at 9. Who do you want, Nick? You had already mentioned Kyle Pitts, right? But like, is that who you would want them to pick? But
No.
because there's like Patrick Surtain, the cornerback, sitting out there.
Yeah, so I think I want it to be Patrick Surtain, and that's who I think a lot of people are going for. But if we had an opportunity at 10 to get Kyle Pitts, I kind of feel like, how do you not grab Kyle Pitts? Because at that point, Dak has Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and then fucking Kyle Pitts to throw to, and you got Zeke in the backfield. You'd have someone open every goddamn play, man. Like,
Yeah.
but that won't go very far if offenses are putting 28 to 35 points up against you every goddamn game.
Right. Well, I mean, as long
And,
as you guys put up 30 points and they only put up 29, you're good, right?
I know there's that, but most likely the Patrick Surtain guy, kid. I think a cornerback would be our best bet. Jumpstep said he's drinking water. Indy Hawk said that's tight. Volume 2 from Back Pocket.
Nice.
Then she said, I am a terrible fan and have had legit zero time to investigate anything.
That's
All I know is we have wins now, and I'm not.
That's
super
absolutely fine. What do you think your biggest need is there, Indy Hawk? How about we go with that? And then Jumpstead said realistically he wants to trade Locke and go for Lance or Fields. So he's looking quarterback, which, you know what? Trey Lance could fall. Trey Lance could fall to where you want it, to where you get him. There's a chance you could get jumped in the draft by somebody going up, and we could have the top 5 picks be freaking quarterbacks. In fact, in like the little mock I have or whatever, which means nothing, I have the first 4 picks being quarterbacks.
Well, you do have a quarterback for Jaguars, the Jets,
Yep.
the Niners.
Yes.
So that's
I mean,
that's Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, and
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, and then the Falcons. They're linked to Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
But so then I could see maybe Denver trading with the Falcons to move up.
Right.
The
Or New
Bengals aren't going to draft
New
a
England.
quarterback.
They're gonna go
Dolphins.
offensive line supposedly.
Yeah, the Dolphins aren't going to draft a quarterback. The Lions aren't going
Wide
to draft
receiver.
a quarterback.
Wide receiver.
Carolina's not going to draft a quarterback unless maybe they like have an opportunity to. I see them getting a good, a decent quarterback in the draft because
Who?
then they're the
Who?
Broncos. So
The
like I'm sorry,
Panthers?
no, sorry, the Panthers. I don't see them really like going for a quarterback
Right.
unless they have a good opportunity to. But still, then I think that leaves Lance or Fields for the Broncos at 9.
Well, the Falcons have been linked to Pitts, and I've heard some things about Pitts about how he's basically like a game changer, and he's basically a wide receiver in a tight end's
Yeah,
body or whatever. He can make all the moves, he's fast, all this stuff. But if you're the Falcons and you have Matt Ryan, and you're sitting there at 4, and you have Justin Fields sitting there or Trey Lance sitting there, right? It's kind of hard. It's going to be a hard decision for them. Do you get a tight end at 4 when you have the quarterback of the future sitting there?
yeah.
Or do you go ahead and pull the trigger on one? I mean,
I would think that the Falcons should draft a quarterback, but
I,
also like because you've got probably like 5, 6 years left out of Matt Ryan.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
I guess
maybe.
that's
I
still
mean, you
not
can also
bad. Like,
you can also trade him for some value, right? Like keep him
yeah.
this year to and then next year trade him, do the old Kansas City move.
So Matt
Um,
Ryan is 35. So you've got like 5 to 7 years tops.
I would say
Uh,
I wouldn't even say that many. I mean, like if you're going into the 40s, right? You're going into like Tom Brady, Drew Brees era, and they're very like they're not. That's not an everyday thing, right? Like
no.
how old was Philip Rivers? He wasn't 40 yet, was he?
Wasn't
Wasn't
he
he just
like
like
38 or
38?
39?
Yeah, 5 maybe years for Matt Ryan. 3.
39, Philip Rivers.
Oh, okay.
But he turned 39 in December. So he would have been
Ah,
38.
okay. Um, but I don't know. It's yeah. And Michael said that wide receiver would be good. Green Bay has been linked to Rashad Bateman, the wide receiver out of Minnesota. I think to appease Aaron Rodgers, they should probably go for a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Just because last year they drafted a quarterback. uh,
Oh man, what if they trade the farm to move up to get Kyle Pitts? That would suck, huh?
yeah, right. Well, okay. Well, it's not that bad because Aaron Rodgers doesn't use tight ends that often, so that's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
Also, Jumps Up had mentioned the offensive lineman from Northwestern who is Rashawn Slater. He's been linked to the Panthers, but that which is right before the Broncos. So I mean, there's a possibility there. Um, Indy Hawk has said that they need a wide receiver, um, which I mean I agree with that. Um, I mean I
Are
don't
you
know
you're
what.
talking Danielle, you were talking sorry, Indy Hawk, you were talking as if you weren't happy about Carson Wentz.
Yeah, yeah. She said she's not too happy about it.
I kind of with Philip Rivers retiring, I guess is Jacoby Brissett still on the team?
I don't. I think he
I
did. He resign or is he gone now?
I thought he re-signed. Um,
I
so
can't
if he
remember.
re-signed, who would you rather have then? Him? Oh no, for the Dolphins now. He's a back.
Yeah.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he did or not.
Yeah, he's
So
with the Dolphins now.
that Wentz move was basically the best thing you probably could have done, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, um, unless you would have gotten like Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I've now looked at like 4 different mock drafts, and they all have Kyle Pitts going to the Falcons.
Yeah, I know. I mean, from what I've heard about Kyle Pitts, it's hard to argue, right? Um, I just, I don't know. In my head, it's hard to overlook their need for a quarterback.
Yeah, and like this, so this mock draft that I'm looking to, it looks like it has the Patriots trading with the Broncos, is trade up and get Justin Fields, and the
Well,
Broncos get Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa, linebacker from Notre Dame.
Hmm.
I would think that's a big.
Yeah, that would be a big deal. I mean, it would also be very indicative of what they think of Teddy Bridgewater. But to be honest, the fact that they went out and got Teddy Bridgewater to begin with kind of made it to me seem like they were either not going to draft a quarterback and just hold off on that, right?
Mhm.
And see if Teddy's the deal, or I don't know. It just seems to point them away from a quarterback.
Yeah, I honestly, I kind of like. I don't think they should. I don't think they're going to trade up for anybody. But I think if the Broncos are sitting there at 9 and Justin Fields is there or Trey Lance is there, I think they're going to get. I think they're going to draft them. I think they'd be stupid not to.
I agree. I mean, I've seen some mock drafts where Trey Lance falls to the Vikings, right? Trey Lance is one of those like, um, you know, people just don't know where he's going to end up. It's going to be first round, right? Like everyone agrees that he's going to the first round. He's not going to last that long, but like him and Justin Fields, uh, they could both drop. Oh, and Mac Jones is the same way. Like they're saying he could be either like super good or just be awful.
Yeah,
But
dude, I'm
it,
excited for this fucking draft.
yeah, I mean it's gonna be quarterback, 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 first three, no problem, like no
Yeah.
deal.
Oh, that looks neat.
It's called Berry Noir from Boulevard Brewing. It is a sour ale with mixed berries.
That sounds delicious.
So yeah, if you want to try one of these on Wednesday, I'll save one for you.
Oh yeah, dude, we can do a tradesies.
Yeah, there you go.
Danielle, I was telling Jesse, damn it, Andy Hawk, I was telling Jesse about the back pocket drinks you brought, you gave me. I haven't. I was telling him that I'm not sure. I'm trying to decide how I feel about it because like it's good until like you taste for me until I taste like the beer stout taste or whatever, and then I just started thinking it's beer, and it was rough again. But
I'm
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 gonna.
curious to know what it is that you are tasting when you say that. Because would you say it was grape and what?
Blueberry or something.
Because I've had some of their, it's Saturday morning, right, or whatever. I've had some of them, but I haven't had, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a sour, but it's like creamy,
Yeah,
and
right. It's
like,
thick. It's thick.
yeah, like I can't explain it. I'm not a beer person, guys. Like it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Andy Hawk, that bottle of whiskey that you gave me is gone too. She brought me back a bottle of Cedar Ridge American whiskey, and that one. So I wasn't even gonna open that this weekend, and then some friends of Brittany's were over, and I was drinking fucking bourbon from my mug, and I was like, and we were just fire pitting and stuff. So I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna go refill, and I'm like, and I'm walking in. And this motherfucker, who by the way wears a stocking cap inside, like he's that kind of douchey motherfucker.
In the
He's
in
just
the
like-
summer time.
He's like, "Hey man, I take some of that whiskey you're drinking." I'm just like, "What?" So I go in, I'm like, "All right, well, I guess I'm opening this fucking whiskey and sharing it with fucking hipster douchebag out there." But he only had one drink. I drank most of the bottle. Daniel. I happened to like.
Should have just been like, you should have just been like, oh, you should have brought some then.
Yeah. It was just like I'm not even gonna go in for that. I was gonna have what that's when I was gonna have one of those sours. Some people, man, some people I did at least find out that they were fully vaccinated, so that was good.
Yeah, especially if they were like, in your house and stuff.
Yeah. It was stressful. Danielle and I were standing in the driveway, and just it seems like people just kept coming in, like turning lights on in my house. I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" I'm not used to it. I'm not used to people, like people being so friendly in COVID. I was on site yesterday. I went on site to the hospital, I am very strict about my mask wearing and my sanitizing and my social distancing. It freaks me out or whatever. I go and visited someone yesterday that I have not seen since even coming back to the hospital. This person is a very affectionate person. This person likes to use nicknames that if you were a man using these nicknames, you would have been fired 4,000 times over. This person also likes to hug. So I show up there, and this person hugs me in their office with their mask off, and then proceeds to tell me that they're not vaccinated. And I said, I'm fully vaccinated. And they said, I'm not. I don't want to be. And then I just like, at that point, I'm like not touching anything. And the next time no one's looking at me, I'm sanitizing my arms and shit. Like I'm fully vaccinated, but that's just gross, man. Like, come on. God damn.
Is that person? God, I'm trying to think. Is this person in PFP?
This person may be in that area of the area. Don't, yeah. Just, yeah, maybe.
The part that gets me is the calls you names that that if you were like if a guy said that to a lady, they would be in trouble. And there's only one
It's
person that
true.
I can think of in the hospital that does that.
If
Yeah, but I
if I,
first of all,
if
I can't
someone-
remember their name. But I'm pretty sure it's who I'm. Is it who I'm thinking of? You think?
Yes, probably.
Okay.
Mike knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, if like someone from my team or like if someone from my team had shown up, like, yeah, a female member of my team had come to my office, and I was like, "Hey, baby, come here, sweetie." And, like, it would make me feel so uncomfortable, and HR would be calling me immediately.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Just those two words right there. I've gotten a baby too.
Oh,
Good
my
times.
goodness.
Really nice. I love her to death.
Yeah, I know. They are a great person until I realized that they don't care about other people because they're not getting vaccinated.
Yeah, well. Yeah, well. It's
Well,
a
and then
thing.
I'm like walking behind this person and another person while this other person is like, me too. I'm also not wanting to get vaccinated. So I'm like taking further steps back. And it's just like, and I'm just thinking to myself once again, the hospital should make it mandatory to get vaccinated to work in the hospital. You're in a fucking hospital.
I mean-
Whatever. I don't mean to. I was gonna say that I don't mean to get political, but this isn't even getting political. It's getting like smart and
Well,
health
the thing is, like, the people, I feel like the people who don't want to get it is because it is political for them, right?
Yeah.
And they can't get past that part of it. And somebody that I know that lives down in Georgia, like, gives the excuse about they're they're trying to microchip you, like you know what's in that vaccination, a microchip,
So
and I'm like, are
should
you
ask this-
stupid?
You should ask this person if they have a smartphone.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's my number one go to. It's like, if you think, first of all, get off your goddamn high horse, because nobody gives a shit about what you're doing.
No.
Second of
No.
all, if they want to find you or find out what you're doing, then they got it right here, baby. Like,
Yeah.
it's right there for you.
Yeah. I like every once in a while I've been in the same boat where I'm just like, I'm gonna mute this so it doesn't happen. Where I'm just like, fucking governments listen to everything. They're listening on my iPhone. I just can't believe it. Hey Alexa, play "It Hurts Me Too" by the Grateful Dead. It's
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah.
All right.
I got that stuff all through the house. And I heard this thing like, because I have Google stuff all over the house, right? And like,
Yeah.
some people were like, you know what you should do if you have guests over, you should tell them that like, hey, I have these devices in my house. If you're not comfortable with that, I can like whatever, take them out of the room you're in or whatever. And I'm like, God, it's just like you just don't get it, do you?
Yeah.
You just don't get technology because you're gonna get if the government wants to find out what you're doing, they're gonna find out what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, have you ever visited an ATM? Do you look at like, there is fucking malware that if you're on your phone, if you're looking at your phone, someone can hack in and look at your webcam and see you that way. Like, you're not really, like, you have to live in an aluminum foil box to get away
Yeah.
from this bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, Mike makes a good point, right? Like when you're talking about like Christmas presents for someone, or you're just talking about a product or something, right? And all of a sudden you start getting ads for it, like in
Yeah.
your on your website.
Dude. Yeah. So like my brothers and I, so Scott, Chris, and I, we talk about.
See a job step?
Bye, job step. Bye.
Sorry, I
So-
didn't mean to cut you off.
So my brothers and I were talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like we have, we would watch all the episodes kind of around the same time, so then we could text about it. We would text about it, and then my brother and I would talk about it. And I am not kidding. Like since episode like 3, when I've like really gotten into it, and 4, I have seen nonstop Falcon and Winter Soldier ads on my Facebook feed, and it's
Yeah.
like everywhere I go.
But at the same time, you're watching it, right? Like so. Disney Plus and Facebook might have a thing where like they just know
Yeah.
what you've seen and then they'll just put ads for it. I've seen all but the last one. The last
It's
episode.
pretty good. It's
I
pretty
think
good. But
I think it's
apparently-
pretty good.
I like the show. I think overall it's better than WandaVision was.
WandaVision, to me, I thought the first 2 episodes were unwatchable.
Yes. Yes.
And I didn't
agree.
care. I almost stopped watching. I was like,
Yep.
this is horrible. This is horrible TV. Like
Yep.
but then it got better. But I think just the fact that the 2 episodes were so horrible that like I like Winter Soldier better.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, I was the same way. We watched the first 2 episodes and it was like, "Is this?" I told Chris, "If this is how this show is gonna be, I'm not gonna watch this fucking show." Like, because I couldn't stand it. And then like episode 3 happened and 4 happened, and I was getting really into it. 5 and 6 were great, and then like, well, no, 5 was great, and then at like 6, that something started to dip at it, and then in my opinion, just started to fall. And I think my mistake was the fact that I started looking at all these fan theories of like who was what, and they had Evan Peters in there, and I was like, holy shit, they're bringing in the X-Men shit, and then all of it was nothing. Like to me, it's like the same of watching a prequel movie because you know the outcome, nothing's gonna happen.
Well,
WandaVision, nothing happened in the end.
The whole yeah, right. I mean, yeah. I think it's supposed to set up the next Doctor Strange movie in a way, from what I've heard, because I think she's in that.
Yeah.
But the other thing is like the whole thing about like it was this big controversy because the guy who played Quicksilver in the Marvel series, they took him out and then put in the guy who plays Quicksilver for the X-Men movies, right? Like
Yeah.
the guy, you said his name. And everyone was like, yeah, what, like, why did they do that? And like they explained it in the show kind of, but it was super weird, which I kind of liked, but at the
I
same
like the
time,
recasting as well.
well,
But
it,
then
the
they
thing,
showed
the
us-
weird thing is, it's not a recasting. I mean, it's the same character, but they had 2 people playing the same character in like 2 different like movie sets. So it was cool that they brought in like the guy from the other thing, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe they just did that because they liked that guy better, right? Like there wasn't
Oh
a
yeah,
super
Evan
big
Peters
reason.
is a much better actor. That Aaron, whatever his name is not very good.
Well, then you like, how pissed off is that guy that he basically just got written out of?
Yeah. but they didn't like
That, yeah, that's true,
they
right?
put the
Because they,
previously on, and they showed him on the previously on.
yeah, that's true. And they also, if they ever did want to bring him back, they'd have to bring back the other guy, not like the whatever, because they explained that he's just like a
Yeah,
figment or whatever. Anyway, what?
yeah. So like I think yeah, man, we haven't. I'm really excited to see what the three of us, you, Mike, and I, at like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at the bar next week. Mike and I are smoking our second cigarette of the evening. I'm regretting the decision already, but I'm really excited what we're going to talk about because the three of us haven't been able to like talk in person drunkenly and freely in over a year. And the world might stop, guys. I'm fucking excited. This is going to be great. I'm so excited. 1 week from tonight, we're going to hate ourselves the next morning. It's going to be great.
I'm gonna totally hate myself the next morning.
Yes.
Not just because like I'm like, oh man, what I do? Maybe because I'm gonna feel like absolute shit.
Your arm's going to hurt. Your back's going to hurt.
My back, like my whole body's gonna be one big ache, but I'm also gonna have a pounding headache.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. Holy shit. I'm drinking tonight. I'm going to drink a little bit tomorrow, but I'm not drinking liquor. I haven't been drinking liquor and I drank last night. Fuck it. I'm not going to drink liquor for a week. And I'm just going to get pissed pound stupid next Wednesday, but I'm going to do it sensibly. I'm not going to do it until we're starting to like really silver strike it up. I'm going to try to stay, a little loose during the games, but not like trashed.
My plan so far is a vodka water lemonade, right?
Yes.
To kick off the day, and then either a tall boy or two. But then after volleyball, that's when we kick things up a notch, and then we'll see what happens then.
I think we need to be careful. So Mike said, "So glad he talked to me." Yeah, Mike, you and I having the next day off is great. Jesse having the next day off is great.
Indeed.
I think we need to make sure. I need to make sure I pace myself when we're rock banding it. That's usually my downfall. Is I'll drink a whole one of those vodka water lemon things.
Yeah, well, I don't think we usually don't have that much time. Oh, that, and we have to be there at 6 because like everyone has to be there at 6 for the rules and stuff. So
yeah,
probably won't have that much time. I have like over 3,000 songs. No.
Oh shit. We need to get we should start talking about a playlist because I want House of a Rising Sun on there because it's been a while. Might as well. Like we should start getting like a little playlist of like amp up music that we want before we go.
Yeah, I'll put on all the Adele.
I will. Yeah, no. I will plan to be at your place by 4:20. I'm gonna pick up Mike on the way.
I lied. I have like over probably like 1,500 songs. Half of what I said.
That's still a shitload.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. I was just planning on going on party mode and just let her go, But like you're right, we waste a lot of time doing that sometimes.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've played. It's gonna be fun.
Not for me. I played it last weekend, but that's.
All right, we should probably talk football again, huh?
We should probably wrap it up. It's been over an hour.
Yes.
So let's end in this, right? Let's talk a little bit about.
Well, who did you say? Hold on, stop. You didn't say who you wanted the Vikings to draft number one.
My ultimate pick would be for them to pick up an offensive lineman. Elijah Vera Tucker has been like pinned to them like crazy, right? There's 2 other offensive linemen that are better than him that are probably going to be gone by the time it gets to us. Penei Sewell and Rashawn Slater, who we talked about earlier. Sewell has been linked to the Bengals to protect Joe Burrow.
Yep.
Slater to, either like the Panthers or somewhere around that area. And then yeah, like the and then there's another one, Christian Darrisaw, who is him and Vera Tucker are like right there is the next two after those two we just talked about, and the Chargers need one to protect. Oh, come on,
Justin
Herbert.
Herbert.
Yeah, so they're
Oh,
linked
man,
to
now there are gonna
Darrisaw.
be too many Justins.
Yeah, no kidding. So they're linked to Christian Darrisaw, and then we can get Vera Tucker, which is fine because we need an offensive lineman desperately. But in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking that like if Fields or if Lance were to just slide to us, right, somehow, some miracle, how do you not take one of those two?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because-
but I feel the same way about every other team before, right? Like if you're the Lions, why wouldn't you take one if one like went there? If you were the Panthers, if you were the Broncos, if you were the Eagles, right? Well, maybe not the Eagles, but like, and not the Chargers, but still. And
I
then
don't
someone
know,
would end up like trading up. I don't know.
The Eagles have talked about the quarterback position is wide open, so it would not surprise me if they draft a quarterback. It's a different coach. It's a different coach now. Like
Yeah, but it seems pretty stupid that it was that coach that let Wentz walk.
yeah.
You know, Wentz walked, and they had Jalen Hurts, right? It was that coach, wasn't it?
I thought so because Peterson got fired, and then it was Wentz's time.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that I think maybe that's a smokescreen too. Like the Eagles say, I'm like, oh, I don't know. You might want to trade with us to get our spot. You know,
Yeah.
because we'll take a quarterback if it's there. I don't see him taking one. But maybe, who knows? That's why I love this so much, because there's going to be some dude who's not in this like top, 10 list of players. That's just going to like all of a sudden someone will take him, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck was that? Or like
Yeah.
the Giants, it's like a Mitchell Trubisky thing. Or like, who the fuck is Mitchell Trubisky? Or who the fuck is Daniel Jones? Like people jump up and take the guy they want.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this drinking game as well. We're gonna have to make sure we submit get our shit together.
Yeah, maybe I'll send another email. I don't think Alex really drinks that much, which is fine. And if anyone wants to do it, they can, but if they don't, then that's
Yeah,
also
obviously
fine.
we're not forcing anyone.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe I'll come up with some rules and then email it out or something. Ruels. Think about it tomorrow. But yeah, that's my kind of deal. That's who I think. And like I said, offensive line. We also need a defensive end, safety, cornerback, linebacker, backup wide receiver, backup quarterback.
Whole team. Need a whole new team.
I think we're set at defensive tackle. Doesn't mean that they won't draft one. I mean, we absolutely do not have a backup quarterback right now. Well, okay, we have Jake Browning and Nate Stanley, but
Hey.
they're not really considered to be good. Like if Kirk Cousins went down, you probably don't want either of those guys going in at this point.
Well, don't have to worry about that. Kirk Cousins never going down.
That's actually one good thing about him. That
And he's durable.
he's played like every single game. Knock on wood.
Yeah, I knocked on some wood when I made my comment.
Yeah. So
All right.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's part of the excitement. I'm excited. I'm very excited, and I wanna freaking and I wanna watch all weekend.
Yeah, you usually do. You did last year.
Yep. I'm usually pretty active, and my wife gets super mad at me because I'm just glued to the TV and kind of like watching it as I walk away to do something else.
See, I usually watch like Thursday and Friday. I don't watch much on the weekends.
I- like a lot of that stuff doesn't make sense to me, like because once you start getting deep in the draft, I have no effing clue who these people are. But the Vikings always have so many picks, right? and then you never know when they're going to trade back into something rather. It's like, I don't know. I just like watching the analysis, right, of the guys who are, doing that stuff.
Yeah. Mike said now you've done it in reference to the cousin stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if we draft a quarterback, then maybe they give that person a shot. Or Stanley. Watch Stanley come in and just, like, start slinging it around.
That'd be great.
That would be pretty fun. Not going to lie.
Any other football stuff?
I don't think so. You know what? I'm actually kind of disappointed about this year is that there's not a super highly rated Iowa Hawkeye. You know, there's Nixon, who's a defensive end or whatever that could go pretty high. But usually, I feel like for the past few years, we've had like some really good, like last year it was Tristan Wirfs, right? That went pretty high. Who I learned today that the Vikings were trying to trade up to get him, and couldn't get it done. Hawkinson and Fant the other year, like there's just not that. There's not the guy. There's a couple of guys. Well, what's his face? Who like broke his ankle when he did a flip in the end zone, catching a touchdown for the Hawkeyes. Emir Smith-Marset. He's in there. He might get drafted, but later. But there's a couple of Panthers that are expected to maybe go in the second or third round.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like one's a defensive end who is like rated a little bit right around where Nixon is from Iowa, and there's an offensive lineman. So that's fun.
All right.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. We just did that for the next remaining 15 minutes of the podcast.
Highest rated episode ever.
Oh, God! They got really deep at the end. I think I would even call it artistic.
Yeah, the peak of the podcast as a whole.
I don't think they should do another podcast ever.
Yeah, right. You like my mask knee?
Oh shit!
That just won't go away.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, I think it's healed up, and then all of a sudden, I'll get out of the shower and use a towel, and it just rip open.
That blows, man.
Whatever, dude. Whatever, dog. Anyway. We did it. I'll play the outro, I guess.
Yeah, Mike said the nice thing is your mask covers it up.
Yeah, but I'm vaccinated now, so I don't have to wear one.
That's true. Unless you're at a huge gathering indoors and stuff.
Super spreader.
Hey, if you want to listen to our podcast, it's pretty much anywhere podcasts are available.
Yeah, dogs. If you want to tweet at us, you can go ahead and tweet at ProFBJuice. Hashtag Juice Nation.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same on Facebook, and then just ProFootballJuice at gmail.com.
Indeed. You can watch us every time we do this live on Twitch or old episodes on the YouTubes.
Yes, thank you to Arcadium Brewing.
Yes, and thank you to Smoky Room Films.
Thanks to Brand.
Thanks to Menemily.
Thanks to Daniel for providing some booze and beer to talk about. And
and thanks to Mike, Jumpstep, Indie Hawk.
Peace! Because I threw something out earlier.
God damn it.
Want to try again?
No.
Okay. Deuces?
Peace.